best friend.
Hey, best friend.
And welcome, besties. I want to welcome you to another episode of Envision the Sweet Life podcast. And today we got one for you. We're going to be talking about love, lust, and of course, those girls or men that be doing too much.
Let's talk about it.
All right. But before we do, how about we get into a little icebreaker like we like to do?
Okay.
I think a good game of pass, smash, and for the adults, marry that ass.
Oh,
We're going to go
okay.
through a list of some celebrities that we would want to pass, smash, or marry.
All right, let me start. So, number one, Michael Ealy,
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds, gotcha.
or Chris Sebastian, that Australian singer.
Gotcha. Okay. So I think I would want to be serenaded by Chris Sebastian every day. So I'm going to marry him. Michael Ealy is something about them eyes. I just think they'll captivate me into the bedroom. So me and him, we're getting down and nasty. And Ryan Reynolds, I'm sorry, white meat is not my thing. So I'm gonna have to put you to the side for now. But you're cute though.
But you...
Don't judge me, okay, guys?
No
Just being
judgment.
honest. We have preferences. I'm not saying that I won't date outside of my race, but I prefer something different, okay?
There we go. No comment on me.
What about you? What about that same group? Michael Ealy,
Um,
Ryan Reynolds, or Chris Sebastian?
okay, I'm gonna pass on Ryan Reynolds. I do enjoy him, but I'm gonna pass. I've had the biggest crush on Michael Ealy my entire adult life, so I'm marrying Michael Ealy. And
Okay.
I don't really know Chris Sebastian, but I saw the picture and I'm gonna smash.
Makes sense. He is attractive. Those tattoos do it for me too. And he got cute eyes like Michael Ealy too.
That is true.
Yeah. All right, group number 2. How about
Okay.
this one? We got Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got Jason Momoa.
Okay.
Or we got Damson Idris.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. Oh, this is hard because I've had a thing for Jason Momoa too, and Idris. And okay, that's hard. Okay, so I'm gonna marry Idris. He seems like he'd be a great husband. I'm going to smash Jason Momoa, and I'm
Okay.
unfortunately going to pass on Damson. Sorry. What about you?
Okay. So I think we kind of got similar tastes here. Idris,
Okay.
give me a call. I'm
Mhm.
ready to marry you. Jason, oh my God, it's the action movies for me. Ooh, you just look like
Yes.
you'll rough me up a little bit. I might have to take a ride. And dancing, you did your thing. You definitely did your thing. And what is it? Snowfall stuff. But I'm good. You look young. I'm
I think,
sorry.
yeah, I don't know how old he is, but he probably is young. So we'll just go with that. He's probably young. So
Yeah, there you go.
too young. All right, let's do one more. And this one I've been thinking about especially for you. So we got
Okay.
Morris Chestnut.
Uh-oh.
We got
That's a long
Omari
time one.
Hardwick.
Ooh.
And I'm throwing a curveball in here. Nick Jonas.
Okay. You're breaking my heart here.
I know.
So all my life I had to fight. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. Morris Chestnut, you've been my man for a
Mhm.
very long time. I promise you, I know you married, but we could have a nice little throuple going on right now.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. I don't share, but Morris, you gotta come home with me. I'm marrying you. Amari, you always known for power. I'm definitely gonna have to smash. I need some of that loving.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, I'm sorry. We're pushing you to the side this time.
Oh.
What
Oh.
about you?
Okay. So it is hard for me to. I unfortunately am going to have to pass on Morris Chestnut, and my teenage version
Chestnut,
of
he's
me
fine.
is crying right now. I'm sure she is like, "What?" I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um, Nick Jonas, I'm gonna smash, and I'm gonna marry
Okay.
Omari.
Okay. I can see
Yeah.
that. I can definitely see that. Well, that was a nice little game, getting them celebrity crushes in. I think almost everybody that we selected though are married.
Yeah. I think so. No, not Damson, because he just got broken
We
up
passed on
by
him.
Harvey. So,
We passed on him though. So
but he's still on the list,
Lucy,
though. He made the
that's true.
list. That's
This is
half
true.
the battle was making the list, right?
All right. So who's your ultimate celebrity crush?
Ultimate celebrity crush. Um, oh, that's hard because my first thought is Blake Lively, but that's Ryan Reynolds' wife, and then that gets kind of complicated. Um, I'm like Ryan
But
Destiny.
then you just
I'm
have
on
him
a probably
with
women, not men, to be honest. And
okay. Doesn't matter, girl or boy.
no. What about you?
Okay, so this one, I don't know if everybody will be in agreement with me, but I'm gonna have to say Jamie Foxx. I think,
Oh,
he's an amazing person, obviously attractive. Seems like he got his head on his shoulders. He keep himself low profile for the most part. He can sing. He's like a triple threat,
yeah.
that singing, I can get down with that serenading. His acting and his entertainment, being a comedian, I think we would just have a good time. So me and Jamie, I can see that working.
I can see that. Okay, what about an unconventional crush? So somebody that everybody else may not find super attractive, but you do.
Okay, so he was a hot topic back in his younger days, but I think the new version, new and approved, Justin Bieber, got me on some Bieber fever stuff. Y'all
Justin
see
Bieber.
this man? Y'all see? Come
Not
on
you.
now.
Not you ready
Yes,
with the picture.
I was ready for it.
Not you
Okay.
ready.
Now, Bieber, we can do some things. Look at them
Oh my
tattoos.
gosh.
It's a little thug life for me. I
I
like
would have
it.
never guessed you would say Justin Bieber, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he's.
Justin,
I
you
was like when he
cute.
was coming out his R&B music, like Confident and Trust. I mean, some good songs and definitely had some feels.
Definitely some feels for sure. He can get some feels.
Oh my gosh.
What about you? Unconventional crush. I bet you it's a girl, y'all.
It's
Watch.
not. It's actually a guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Benedict Cumberbatch. So if you know who Doctor Strange is,
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
I have the biggest crush on him.
Just like my best friend. Weird.
He's so cute, Doctor Strange. Like I'm like everybody's like, oh, Captain America. I'm like, mm-mm. I mean,
No,
yes,
Doctor
Chris
Strange.
Evans is attractive, but Benedict, like,
Gotcha. Okay. So today on this episode, we're gonna go through, as we said, some celebrity relationships that are well profile relationships and different diversity of love, lust, and of course those girls or guys that be doing way too much. So who do you think, or Chanel, chime in with the first celebrity that we're gonna talk about that's a pretty healthy love?
I would say, okay, when I think about a healthy relationship, I feel like most people either think like Beyonce, depending on the year, and then they think like Sierra. And I'm gonna lean more towards Sierra just
Right.
because we haven't heard much about their relationship being, there's been no things in the media
Right.
outside of
Nothing went down in the elevator.
right.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I agree. Obviously, this last relationship that Sierra has been in, everybody has been on Team Russell and Team Sierra. It seemed
Mhm.
like he's very supportive of what she has going on. Obviously, is very invested into her family. He's
Yeah.
taken on the role in Little Future's life. I think that is amazing, and I think they're just a dynamic duo pair. They've obviously had some noise. Obviously, they say Russell Wilson is like a simp, but they haven't fed into any of the negative media. They just continue to do them. Their love is their love. They continue to grow their family. I think it's a
Mhm.
beautiful thing.
I know. Congratulations. They just had their most recent baby. I'll say it that way because I don't
Correct.
have any more. So that's really
Yeah, it
cool.
seems like every year she getting pregnant.
I know. Kudos to her. Did that. I want to do
Okay.
that again.
But yeah, I think healthy love is important for you all to experience. And I think obviously we're not in their relationship. I definitely do not idolize any celebrities, but I think from the outside looking in, they look pretty solid.
They do, and I think people was asking her like, Sierra, what was your prayer? What was your prayer? I think she put it in a song or something. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't really follow celebrities like that.
Right.
But I mean, if she told us, like, I don't. I wonder. I don't know the story of how they met, but that would be interesting. So if she ever, Sierra, you ever want to come on and come with
Share.
the interview,
We're ready to hear the
we
story.
want to know the prayer.
I need to know the prayer, okay? Because it's empty. So something is missing in my prayers, okay? Uh, how about celebrity that is actively living her best life in her singleness? You know, like a
Ooh, Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross. Yes, her. Like I can't recall, please don't quote me on this, Tracy Ellis Ross, a time that she's been publicly in a relationship. She's definitely always openly lived her best life. I did look up some
Mhm.
information regarding her. I know she says she's open to love. It's not that she's
Okay.
anti-love, but she has just been enjoying the journey of getting to know herself, doing the things that really nurture her soul, and obviously living her best life as a single, beautiful Black woman.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, honestly, to love anybody else, you got to love yourself first, right? So
Very
if
much
she's
so.
an example to millions and millions of girls of all ages, probably to be honest, and they're hearing that you don't need somebody else to make you happy, then, you know, kudos to her.
Definitely. I think, like you stated, I'm going to piggyback on that. It's very important to get to know yourself. You got to be a whole being coming into a relationship.
Yeah.
And I believe that, a lot of people don't take the time to truly study themselves approved, for what it is they truly want to experience. You don't get to know what really makes you go, or what makes you tick. And I think it's very important for you to be okay with who you are as an individual, not only okay with it, but loving it, finding
Mhm.
happiness and joy in it, so that you can really open up and expand yourself to another relationship. So I think that's like the stage I'm in. Like, I'm happy in my single. Like, I want a wholesome family at some point in time,
Mhm.
but this is the best season of self-love that I've ever experienced in my life. I'm taking myself out on, dates by myself. I'm not afraid to go to dinner by myself, travel the world by myself. I used to travel with my best friend, but she got kids style, y'all.
I can still travel. Hot girl summer 2024. No.
Girl, stop playing. Just it. X that out. We did not hear that. So no, I'm just like,
Look, kids
but
fly
no,
free until 2, so
come on now, might as well take advantage of it now, but yeah, like I just been, but I won't even put that pressure on her. Like, I haven't, like, because I'm so secure with where I am. Like, I did always used to feel like I needed like a attached wing woman, or I needed to go out with somebody, a little vacation. But like, now I'm at a space where I'm comfortable. Like, of course I love to meet people and I want to be with the people that I love when I do things, but I'm okay with just going to experience life by myself. And if I run into some people, that's great. If I got people with me, that's amazing. But if I'm by myself, I'm very secure in my singleness.
yeah.
Yeah. You can't hit too much on that. You're not single.
Okay, so what about the single but also dating? Maybe even serial dating.
hmm. So in my mind, and don't judge me, folks, I think it's important for you to date more than one person. I think we put this negative stigma, especially on
Mhm.
women, that
Yep.
dating multiple people is wrong. And it's not, because dating is literally the experience of getting to know someone with the intentionality of progressing. And if I feel like, I shouldn't put all my eggs in one basket, because if I'm wasting time, what if that basket has a rotten egg in it, and then
Yeah.
here I am, 5 years, 2 years, 2 months, it doesn't matter, all this time invested into this one individual. Whereas I could have been expanding myself, learning myself more, throughout these experiences, learning what I can and cannot deal with, or what I do enjoy and what I will not accept, But I think dating is very important. And a lot of people get wrapped up in the fact that, that season is not important, and it is. And I don't think it has to be exclusive. That's when you move to a committed relationship. So I think dating multiple people is very important and healthy.
I don't disagree. But what if you're a heartbreaker? And I'm getting into like Miss Lori Harvey, who we know
Oh,
tends to date very well-known men, and she chooses herself every time. And that, I mean, I know people might see it other way, like she, throws men away or whatever. No, I see her choosing herself, whatever the reason, she chose herself, and she thought that it was best for her to leave.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna have to be Team Lori Harvey, honestly, because in reality, like, we don't know the ins and out of the reasons.
Right.
She's still semi-private with her lifestyle, though she
Yeah.
does date publicly and not afraid of the media catching her out here with these men, and she does claim them when she's in the season of loving them or getting to know them.
Mm-hmm.
But she also is willing to walk away if it's not right for her. And we don't know what her checklist is. We don't
Yeah.
know what it is that's going on behind closed doors in her relationships. And the good thing is she's private enough to keep it private. So no matter how much the media talks about her. So I mean, I like her standing in her singleness, and standing in the dating scene of, serial dater, because honestly, like I stated, it's important for you to date multiple people. And I mean, she's giving her energy enough time and space in these environments where she's showing intentionality, but
Mm-hmm.
also willing to walk away when it's not aligned. And if her end goal is marriage, you only need one individual, you know
Exactly.
so I think I like Heartbreaker Lori. Like Heartbreaker, you got the best of me. Okay. But
Break
like,
into
I
song.
mean, you gotta do it. I mean, it's not, I don't think she's publicly humiliated any of them, not intentionally, of course, just being who Lori is. A
Yeah.
lot of attention comes to her, but I think she's done a very good job of kind of like letting the media think what it thinks and not coming to rebuttal her side of the story in a situation. So keeping some integrity in their personal relationships as well, from what I can see on the outside looking in. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think if you ask me, she's doing it the right way.
I 100% agree. I remember back when I was dating, I would date like from like Tinder or whatever, like definitely not the caliber of men she's dating
Right.
back in the day. But I agree with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with dating multiple people at the same time. In the dating phase, in the getting to know you phase, you should have
Right.
multiple dates set up. Now, when you cross into, like we're serious, or he's asking you or you asking him to be in a relationship, then yeah, you probably should either have a conversation about monogamy or something that's not monogamy, whatever that looks like, non-ethical non-monogamy. So it's just up
Yeah,
to you what you should do.
I
Um,
agree.
okay, so what about? So we talked about healthy love. We talked about being happy in our singleness. We talked about um, dating. What about toxic love? Who comes to mind?
Oh, y'all know it. She's all over the media.
I mean, be
Miss
careful who you say.
Chris.
Don't look. I'm not trying to fight nobody, and I'm not good at it. I got too many kids.
Look, I don't want no smoke, but I got hands too. Okay, Miss Krishan Rock. Okay, but
I like
everybody
her.
know.
I like her a lot. I just, I just want to like, I want to like talk to her and like just see where her mind is, and just make sure she's
Right.
okay, because I think she got a lot of attention in the media, and some of it is not very positive, unfortunately, but also due to her own actions.
Yeah. Well, on a personal level, before we get into her relationships, I would say like she has great potential, and I
Yeah,
think that's why I sighed a little bit. It's not because I don't see the beauty in her.
yeah,
Her soul is really doing its best to illuminate, but with as much attention that comes to her, both negatively and positively, I think she gets a little clouded in seasons. And also, being in the spotlight, and especially when you're not like, now with social media, things can become an overnight success.
hmm,
So with it becoming overnight, and like people are really praising you for the toxicity that you bring into shows or
yeah,
relationships or the social media space, I don't think that allows her the space to truly bloom into the beautiful individual. And so that I see when she seems to be semi in her element outside of the productions. So I mean, I really do wish the best for her, and I do think that she's young too. Think about that.
yeah.
She got plenty of time to grow. But I definitely, what is displayed for cash flow, Blueface, girls or whatever they call it, Dollhouse or
Hmm.
whatever they call his show, or like that's where she came. Well, that's where she blew up from.
Oh, I never knew that. I don't really know where
Yeah.
she came from. I just see her
So
all over
look,
Instagram. Interesting.
Okay. So interesting story. So Krishan actually used to be on like this show that was like this running. I mean, I don't want to say like that, but it's like she was doing like some training where she would it was like what do you call that? An athletic show where she would have to run
Oh,
away from somebody and stuff. So she was known beforehand. She was
that's
a
cool.
track star as well, but she wasn't like
Okay.
popular like on demand on social media.
Sure.
Then she got into Blueface Dollhouse, and that's where really she gained her first whirlwind of popularity before Baddies came about. And that's where she was competing for his love, or whatever the case may be. And I guess she got into it with his baby mama,
Mhm.
and ran into a wall, so she didn't get knocked out. But that's how she missed her. She lost her tooth.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so like, and then she was the baby, and she's outspoken, and she's definitely an entertainer, so she definitely
Yeah.
grasped the attention of the media there. And then she ended up obviously being the star of Baddies, all of them,
Okay.
So that's the Krishan for my version, the
Okay.
Krishan Rock story of her busting out to her celebrity status. But obviously, Blueface being somebody that was putting her on, she may always feel like she's obligated to
Mm.
support him or be there for him or whatever the case may be, because a lot of the things that she's experienced and a lot of the money that she's been able to touch is because of that first platform, which is
Oh,
really,
okay.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I don't think that relationship obviously is that healthy. I don't think I would never look a Blueface way personally, because
Yeah.
he degrades women. He stands on being a playboy.
Okay.
Uh, I mean, even if you've seen the seasons before she had her baby, shout out to her having little Krishan. Um,
I know.
you know,
Congratulations.
yeah, congratulations. But he encouraged her to get wasted because it was for entertainment purposes. Like, if you
Mm.
look at him, he sees her as an opportunity, and she really does love that man. Um, and I just pray that she's able to see that that's not it. That's not real love. Um, we all need to grow and expand our,
Yeah.
know our value and our worth. You
And
are the money. You are the bag. You are the voice. He would Blueface. What I mean, Blueface without that Cardi B Tatiana song. I don't know a single other Blueface song.
that was
Do
him.
you?
I was like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know any of his. I'll listen to the radio.
Right. Right. I'm like, but besides that song, that's where he came. Where
Huh.
I know his
Interesting.
outbreak from.
Okay.
And if you ask me on that song, I'm sorry, Blueface, I'm throwing shade. You could even catch the beat. I love that song because of Cardi, but rapping ain't your thing. Maybe producing is, and that's why you're, gaining hold to all your baby mom clans, trying to make them rappers at this point. Find somebody with talent and show them the way, because you don't got the juice. But
Let them know how you
uh
really feel.
let them. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I do not like people that take advantage of people, and I, like I said, I see Krishan for who she truly
Mhm.
can be and what she probably truly is. I've seen some of her breakdowns, or at least let me say her clips, because I don't really watch the full seasons of Baddies, but I've seen, her really being tired and fed up of not
Yeah.
only just how he treats her or how he portrays her, or like not even how the media portrays her, but like her really just trying to be, in tune with God. I've seen she given, mass donations to the church. She,
Okay.
yeah, like she do her big one, and I think her intentionality is there. It's just people are praying on her because they see the potential that she don't even see in herself.
Mhm.
For real, for real.
So, in a situation like hers, because there are many young girls in this, or not even young, there have been women in general, and some men too, in situations like that, where it is deemed very toxic, but this person has done X, Y, and Z for me, which is why a lot of people stay in those situations because they don't think they can leave because, like
Right.
I wouldn't be anything without this person. Um, do you have any advice to get out of that situation?
One, the key is truly, and that's why I think we go piggyback to like the Tracy's vibe situation. You really got to know who you are as a person and what value you bring to not only to a relationship but to yourself and the world.
Hmm.
I think when you're secure with knowing who you are, you'll realize that no man, no body, no person outside of God truly stamps you approved or, made you who you are. Every opportunity that is presented to you is because it was meant for you. Nobody can take it away from you.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't believe that just because somebody done a good deed, they can write off that check for the next 15, 10 years or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to show love in the season in which it is. But if it becomes to a place where it's no longer healthy for me, especially not no longer healthy for me to be in the environment, I'm not obligated because of the opportunities you presented to me. And I think that comes with knowing your value and your, having self-worth and respect for yourself.
Yeah.
So I would just advise for you to be strong. Um, Honestly, look inside yourself. Stand on who you are, and honestly, even if the opportunities are to seize, there are more opportunities for you. So don't feel like you have to stay in something that is not healthy for you, because the person has done a good. Once again, we're going to call it what it is: a good deed, a
Mm-hmm.
single opportunity. Opportunities are infinite. So, um, the most important thing is for you to stay in a space of joy, love, happiness, abundance, and make sure you're secure spiritually. So I think that is important for you to realize, or us as individuals to just realize, you know, the things that I want out of life, whether that be, a guy that's spiritually grounded like she is herself, or
Mm-hmm.
somebody who respects her and talks to her well, or somebody who is an active father and a
Yeah.
present father. Those things are things that you should be able to have. And when you have children out of wedlock, and if it doesn't work out for you, there is somebody that, like a Russell Wilson, that will step in and be that father figure for your
Mm-hmm.
child. And you guys won't be lacking, but you have to believe in your value and your worth to be able to meet that individual.
I agree. So when looking at the four different scenarios and the four different women that we talked about and their journey in love, where would you place yourself?
Well, I kind of stated it. And I will be between like a Tracy
Mhm.
and a Lori right now,
Okay.
and I would state that because obviously life is all about growth. And I'm in a new season of my life, a new environment. I'm here in Atlanta, first time moving out of state. Woo, 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 woo. But
Congratulations.
thank you, I appreciate that. But I'm also getting to know myself on a new level,
Mhm.
and inviting new experiences into my life, So I'm relearning myself, and also I'm enjoying the dating scene. I have the intent, like Tracy, of finding marriage. I believe Lori has that same intent. Not sure because she hasn't made that public, but the way that she dates and is courted by men, it seems like she's trying to progress in these relationships. It's not that she's just playing around, but
Mhm.
also, I'm willing to walk away. I'm sound enough. I respect myself enough to be able to, cut that cord when I need to. So I would say that's where I'm at now. Definitely no shade to Krishan. I pray I'm like a Sierra one day. But I've had all experience of these. I could see myself in all these women, in
Mhm.
different phases of life. So, but I would say that's where I land right now. What about you?
I mean, okay, so definitely in my Sierra phase. And I'm
Okay.
happy to be there. I wouldn't trade it for the world, to be honest.
Okay, now.
Um, but I don't know the relationship. And I always say it's like, if I had to pick, it'd be like the goofy version of Sierra and Russell. They seem very, I mean, I've seen some of their TikToks and they are really cute and very, funny family. But I
Yeah.
feel like we just kind of have, something I'd never had before. I put it that way. And I think I've dated some really great people. I don't, I'll say post college.
Right.
After I graduated college, I think I dated some really amazing people, but they just weren't the right people for me.
Right.
And then meeting him at the end of the pandemic ish, like it was like the end of 2020, and it just
Okay,
kind of like
pandemic boo.
I know, right? And then, just every one thing led to another. And here we are. And it's been an amazing experience. And we have a blended family, so there's older kids that come and everybody gets along and they love their little siblings and we love each other. I have so many pictures of the family, and I'm in the family, and that makes me happy. I'm like, oh, I'm in the picture. Thank you.
Right,
Like,
right,
oh, you
right.
thought about me. Um, so no, I think, yeah, I think that's where I am right now, and I think that's where we'll stay. Um, and we'll become the standard of our own right, you know. So people are like, oh, are you like Chanel and Justin or Sierra and Russell? And we're like, you know what, a little bit of both.
Right, right. Yeah, I think y'all gonna stay in that lane. I think it's a beautiful thing that congratulations that you found love, and congratulations on your two little loved ones, my little niece and nephew.
I know. As I'm holding one around, I'm sure you can
Right.
see.
The top of his head. Hey Logan.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be like,
But
show
yeah,
the baby.
show the baby.
The baby.
Hey, there's a little cutie. Yay. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing that you have been able to, settle into the beautiful, healthy love space. I think a lot of us, I'm not going to say everybody aspires to be there, but I think a lot of us aspire to find their own special little nook and cranny of, healthy love. And like you said, you're the Justin and Chanel of your healthy version of love. And I don't think, obviously idolizing these celebrities and saying they have the perfect cookie cutter relationship is
Right.
what you're supposed to strive for. You're supposed to strive to create your own version of happiness. So I'm proud of you for, being true to you, finding your beautiful family, or creating your beautiful family, finding your beautiful love.
I mean, because you've
Uh,
been there for a lot of my relationships, and you've seen the
girl.
ups and the downs, and you've told me some people in advance that weren't great, and I didn't listen, and then you know how that turned
Yeah,
out.
very
Um,
much so.
there's been some good, some bad, some ugly, some beautiful. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, girl. Yes,
Dating
yes.
is
I
so
know.
weird.
Dating it's an experience. I'm not even gonna put a negative connotation on it, because I think everything that you go through is meant to help you grow and develop. I've
Yeah.
had some toxic relationships. I mean, I know I piggyback um during our first episode about one of the things that's my pet peeve of, like, people not being able to keep their word. And I've had someone I dated in the past that, literally like would not show up and be like, I'm 5 minutes down the street. Or
Oh,
like, like it's so annoying, like so annoying. And it's like, but at that point, I obviously clearly didn't know my worth and my value.
yeah.
It's only so many times I should be played with. But in my younger years, I was willing to accept things because I thought I was Superwoman. I could make somebody change. I could help them grow up.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, as I said in this episode, I think it's very important for two whole individuals to come together and
Yeah.
create something that's magical. And you can't force or place your morals, values, standards, beliefs on other people. So being able to find a sound foundation in my life now, and
Yeah.
being secure with what it is that I truly want to experience, the things that I want to have in my relationship, and being okay to be open and willing to wait until I find those things now. It's great. Letting go of those codependency, issues that I used to have in my past. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm real sound with being by myself in the season, but open and available to the opportunities that present itself to me. So I think it's just very important for us to like allow yourself to experience the good, the bad, and the indifferent, because I learned something from all my relationships.
As you should, 100%. You know, and I think even like in where I am in my relationship, I don't think like how you can give yourself advice for continuing to date and finding the right person. I don't think the advice stops once you get into a relationship. You know, the advice
Right.
continues because I think, you know, something we say to each other is that I love you because I choose you. And I think that's important because you have to choose the person
That
every single
is
day. You know, our kids, we love them unconditionally because they are our kids. But we choose to love each other and we choose to stay and we choose to keep, you know, fighting for a relationship. And we have good moments, we have bad moments, but we push through, we make it work, you know, and that's half the battle. It's just knowing that
right.
you choose your partner. Like somebody chose me and I'm not just here because of the kids. I would never, that's not a thing, you know.
Right.
And I don't think that just because you had toxic relationships means that you can't find a healthy one. I think you learn from those experiences.
Duh.
So we
Look at Sierra. Sierra had future first. Come on now. Now look at her now. Back then they didn't want her. Now she hot. Everybody on her. Come on now. Okay. Yeah, but I think Logan just puked.
Yep.
I heard it. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. I keep the tissue next to me at all times.
I should not be laughing. Look, it comes with a beautiful love experience, right? I'm like, ooh. Okay. Logan, you got me off my guard. You know, I Timo popped in real quick. I said, "Oh, baby, okay." Like, wait a minute. But I think it's very, very, very important, you know, for you to experience. Don't ever get down on yourself for something not working out. Don't be closed off to love if you haven't had situations. I think a lot of people, you know, I'm done with this, I'm never doing it again, and they close off their hearts. And it's important for you to stay open and available. You know, I think all experience is an act of love. You know, I love my family, I love my best friend, I love everybody that's watching this channel right now. And I think intimate love and a space for intimacy in a personal relationship is important, and it's worth a lifetime journey. You know, whether you're on the journey to find it, whether you're currently on a journey writing the experience, you know, you have to, as best friend said, you have to choose your partner every day.
You do.
And I think it's important for you to continue on that journey of love, and I know I am, so can't wait.
I love you, best friend. So
I love you too, bestie.
Okay, so I feel like this is a topic that we can come back to time and time again. Like, it'll never get old. There's always going to be something new, some different variation of this topic. And so I just want to say, like, I feel like this should be a part 1, right? And I think we should do a part 2 in the future down the line. And I say that to say, because if you're watching this or you're listening to this and you're like, I have something to add, I have a story, let us know. Email us. Put it, like, reach out to us. We would love to have you on. We would love to use or just read your story, give advice, get advice. Envision@gmail.com. Let us know. Please.
We definitely want to hear about your stories. And once again, no judgment. This is a safe space for you. Good, bad, or indifferent. We're welcoming you into our family. So, hey, besties, we appreciate you for watching today. We definitely want to hear your stories. Hopefully, on our next relationship episode, we can have you featured here with us. We want to thank you all for tuning in, right?
Yeah, and if you have any topics for us to talk about, please let us know. You can find us on TikTok at Envision Sweetz. You can find us on Instagram at
Envision the Sweet Life Podcast. So we thank you all for watching. We will be back next week, same time, same place. We'll be coming in with a new hot topic just for you. Yes. Thanks for watching, besties. And this is Envision the Sweet Life Podcast.
Yes, find us on all of the streaming platforms. Bye.
Bye.